the land of I am, more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am, more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. And the songs of all my great-grandmothers and the dreams of all my great-grandfathers and the way to rise beyond the pain, all live, all live, all live in me, in me. In the land of I am, more than I will be, I am more than I have been, I am. Oh, let's do it again. In the land of
I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am.
And the smiles of all the unborn children and the dreams of a better day to come and the days of heaven and the earth all live, all live, all live in me.
In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I have. Been robbed and disgraced, abused and displaced. Been robbed and disgraced, abused and displaced, been lied to, but lies can be seen through in the land. You can't fall from grace in the land. You cannot be heard in the land. There's more than enough in the land, and you're always at home, always at home, always at home,
always at home.
in the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am.
Thanks for joining us on that, Rev Sherry.
I got here this morning and he said, will you jump in on this? And if I'd known that we had these two amazing friends that we go way back with from Unity of the Oaks in the house from Durango, Colorado, John Clement and his wife Cheryl, I would have asked him to get up and sing because John is one of the people who taught me most of the Unity songs that I know. And I'm just going to cry because this is what a beautiful day. And our Penny's back. And I'm just like, wow, look at these faces of people I haven't seen. Super, super happy. Doesn't give me, we know that I get mushy anyway. So once again, I'm going to be that way today. Sonia, thanks for being here also. It's going to be a wonderful day today. Good morning, Unity of the Oaks. Or should I say, ready to step aboard the Starship Enterprise?
Oh, okay.
That's just a little, I'm just giving you a little catch there. So I want you to, little teaser. Anyway, we are going to get back on our subject of Lent because this is the second Sunday of Lent. So we're going to continue to talk about releasing. And right now, just so you know, we have our new Lenten booklets in the back. If you haven't picked one up, make sure you get one before you go. And the title of this year's pamphlet is Release and Reimagine. And we know, as of last week, release is not about about giving up things like bubble gum and ice cream like I used to do. But it is about letting go so that we can make space for what's new to emerge. We have to do that in order to make the space, right? Don't we? Yes. So we're going to be getting into that today. But before we do that, we're going to sing a wonderful song this morning about our 5 basics. But let's turn and greet each other and say hello. If you don't know the person next to you, introduce yourself. Hello to everyone online. Mary, we miss you. We miss you, Stacy and Bruce. And play our video.
Let's celebrate, let's celebrate, let's celebrate, let's celebrate life. I am the life, I am here, I am faithful. I am the life, I will shout, I am grateful. Not small or insignificant, we're made of love, omnipotent. Our true nature is magnificent. And our potential infinite in the universe. We are the universe. We are the universe. Let's celebrate, let's celebrate, let's celebrate, let's celebrate life. Let's celebrate, let's celebrate, let's celebrate, let's celebrate life. Let's celebrate, let's celebrate, let's celebrate, let's celebrate life.
You guys, we're going to do the 5 basics. Everybody stand up with me. It's like I don't know, we're going to New Orleans or something like that. Huh? All right, here's how it goes. 1, 2, 3. God is good, good in everyone. And a thought can change your water into wine. Prayer and meditation make it easy to feel. But you gotta walk the talk to make it real. All right, that's how it goes. Let's do it again. I said, God is good, good in everyone. And a thought can change your water into wine. Prayer and meditation make it easy to feel. But you gotta walk the talk to make it real. To make it real, yeah. One more time. God is good, He's good, good in everyone, all around it. And a thought can change your water into wine. The power of thought. Prayer and meditation make it easy to feel. But you gotta walk the talk to make it real. Yeah. I was trying to explain each line. Do you remember how it goes? Because God is good.
God is good. That's our first
God is
principle. Good in everyone. That's our second principle.
Yep.
And a thought can change your water into wine. That's our third principle.
Yep.
And then prayer and meditation, it's how the tools that we use, is our fourth principle. And we got to walk the talk is our fifth principle. And that's how I remembered it for ministerial school. Because I had a song.
Very cool.
As long as I had a song to help me, I made it. Okay. Okay, so let's take a moment and just settle in for an opening prayer. So grateful for all of you. Beloveds, we gather together today to recognize the one power and one presence active in the universe and in our lives. God, the presence of absolute good. And in this field of infinite intelligence and love, we willingly come together to open our hearts and our minds to the truth that we are forever tethered to this divine presence, and we can never be separate from it. We set an intention today to steady our thoughts and release anything that no longer serves our highest good, our divine purpose, and the divine plan unfolding in our lives. We are so grateful for this time together and for this safe and sacred space to learn and grow. And we affirm the transformation and renewal of our minds so that we may see ourselves and our circumstances through the eyes of divine love. Where there has been confusion, we affirm clarity. Where there has been limited thinking, we affirm and reimagine that all things are possible with God. We are grateful for divine guidance and that every heart receives exactly what it needs today from the message and the music. And may this be a day of release, renewal, and transformation. Thank you to each and every beautiful soul present for our slice of heaven on earth, our container of love, faith, peace, and joy that we call together Unity of the Oaks. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither wildly as they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my opened mind, possessing and caressing me. If you know this, sing it. Jaggaroo Day. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes. They call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox. They tremble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Jaggaroo Day. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Sounds of laughter, shades of life are ringing through my open ears, inciting and inviting me. Limitless, undying love which shines around me like a million suns. It calls me on and on across the universe. Jaggaroo Day. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Jaggaroo Day. Jaggaroo Deva, Jaggaroo Deva. Right on, man. Thanks for singing along, you guys.
Good morning, and a good morning it truly is. I'm Janie, one of the members of the Unity of the Oaks prayer team, and I will be available to pray with you after service in a prayer room in the fellowship hall. There are also prayer requests in the seat pocket in front of you. You may place your prayer request in the prayer box located at the table at the back of the room. And every prayer request is held sacred and confidential by our prayer team for 30 days. We know with God, all things are possible. Now let's prepare for a time of meditation with a reading from the daily word. And the word for today is illumination. And the affirmation, I walk with faith along the path of light. When someone gets a flash of insight or makes a sudden realization, it is often said that a light bulb has gone off. It is no surprise that growing in understanding is likened to light, which brings brightness and clarity to what was once obscured by darkness. I am grateful for the illumination I have received as I have traveled the divine path. My spiritual growth may not always be easy, but I will never stop learning and discovering. But there is such value in the journey itself, those moments I feel newly close to God, those times when the divine within helps me make a better choice, and those precious flashes of pure love and light. I welcome my ongoing illumination, knowing the light I seek is already within me. And from Psalms 18:28, it is you who light my lamp. The Lord my God lights up my darkness. And again, the word is illumination, and the affirmation, I walk with faith along the path of light. And so it is. Amen.
So just interesting tidbit to share before we take our time in the stillness. Jack had played Across the Universe for us on Wednesday night at meditation. And when I looked up what the words meant, it actually was talking to the divine to illuminate the darkness. And I thought, a perfect song for our Sunday. So thank you, Rick, for bringing that. So let's begin by closing our eyes and just taking a moment in the stillness. Take a slow, deep breath together and gently release. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. And for this brief period today, we're just going to settle in. We're going to focus our awareness inward, allowing everything to settle into stillness. Let's take another breath, inhaling the presence of divine life and exhaling anything you no longer need to hold. You can always pick it up again, but for now, we're setting it aside. And I invite you to become gently aware of any thought or belief or old story that pops up that you might be ready to release. Don't judge it, just notice it with compassion. And imagine that this old thought is written on a piece of paper that is gently resting in your hands. And see yourself placing it into a soft, healing light, a light that dissolves what no longer is true or useful for you. And as it dissolves, it's transmuted. You feel lighter, more open, more free. Take a breath and allow that feeling. And in that now open space, invite a new awareness to arise. Ask quietly within, what is seeking to be reimagined in me right now? Allow any images to come forth, any feelings, or a simple sense of possibility to appear. It will come in its right time. Perhaps it's peace. Perhaps it is strength. Perhaps it is healing, trust, joy. Allow. And now we gently activate the energy by affirming truth. So silently or softly, repeat after me. I release what no longer serves my highest good. I open my mind to new possibilities. I am willing to see myself and my life in a new way. Divine wisdom is guiding my thoughts and my words. What I hold in mind, I can reimagine with love. Imagine now that you are standing in a beautiful open field. The old ground has been cleared. The soil has been turned. This is your consciousness ready to receive. And in this field, you plant one new intention for this week. Peace or healing or clarity or courage or joy, whatever feels true for you. And you firmly and gently say to yourself, I am ready to grow into something new. Now just rest for a moment in this stillness, letting this intention settle deeper into your awareness. I am ready to grow into something new. Remember that the same creative spirit that formed the stars is forming new life in us right now. And as we prepare to return to this moment, we carry this awareness with us, a willingness to release and a readiness to reimagine. Take a gentle breath in and breathe out peace. When you are ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the room and the sacred souls around you, perhaps wiggling your fingers and toes and opening your eyes when you are ready. And so it is, my friends.
All right, sing along with me if you know it. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. Now go. If you ask me who am I am wisdom, I am light. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. Everybody sing, I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. Come on, yo! I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought with the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light, brighten someone's darkest night. I'm so much more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. Let's do an a cappella with everybody. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. Here we go. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. Oh yeah! That was nice, you guys. Woo-hoo.
Power! And I have the power to fix this little light, too. You know that was going to get me. So a couple of you that came in late, I just want to remind you that our Lent books for this year are in the back in one of the baskets. Don't be hesitant. Take it home. It's really fantastic. I've been reading mine every day. And the book is Release and Reimagine. That's the title of the book. And I want to talk to you about, Unity's understanding of Lent is that it is a season of transformation, right? So we're going to work with it again this week, but we're going to remember that release is not about giving anything up. It is about letting go to make space for the new. We're going to keep that in our consciousness this week. And in that message that was for today, a newly ordained reverend from Swahili, we have a lot of new African ordained unity ministers. Isn't that fantastic? Wow. Yes, we do. Her name is Reverend Saba Machunguzi. And she writes that our lives and options are limitless when we open our divine imagination. No one and no thing can limit what we imagine unless we allow it. So if we want to reimagine our lives, we must first release and let go of limiting and negative thoughts, feelings, and attitudes that no longer serve us because they're standing in the way. We can say a gazillion affirmations, but if our dominant belief opposes them, it's not going to help. So we must first release, and then we can affirm. Now, this is the explanation of what denial and affirmation is about, which our co-founders, Unity and Charles Fillmore, taught us. Denial and affirmation. And I'm often asked by people, explain what denial and affirmation is about. It is the step first of releasing what no longer serves before we can claim the truth. Does that make sense? Because if it's standing in the way, it's why I do a forgiveness practice. We've talked about it before. I want to clean my slate. So I do a forgiveness process so that I can be open for the messages and for Spirit to speak. So she also reminds us that we don't think of denial as pretending something isn't happening. That's a really important thing, because sometimes we have resistance to denial because we think that we're pretending that this ailment or this lack of finances or prosperity is, we're pretending that it's not happening. But that's not what it means. It's actually thinking about clearing the way for what is false. It's clearing the way of what is false, because we know that with God all things are possible. So we have to clear away our human negative belief that we have imposed or qualified the situation and actually remember the truth. It's not lying to yourself. It's not making something up. So let go of that resistance. Charles Fillmore said it like this. Next slide, love. The mental process of erasing from consciousness the false beliefs of the sense mind. That's what denial is. It's the sense mind that has this inner dialogue that is limitation or limited. It's only the sense mind. It is not the Christ mind. The Christ mind knows the truth. So this is our process as a human being of letting go of the sense mind and remembering the truth of our being. In other words, we don't just imagine something new. We unlearn something old, right? Unlearn the old stuff that we learned, some of it even when we were children, some of it before we even knew we were learning it. So we have to be witnesses and recognize how we're operating every moment of every day. I heard something again yesterday. I've taught, I don't know how many of these foundation membership classes, and thank you, by the way, for being here. We have 6 new members coming in to our center, and yesterday we had a wonderful foundation class. And listening to the video of Myrtle Fillmore speaking about healing herself once again reminded me that it isn't enough to just say and speak to my body and my mind with loving affirmations. It is about witnessing every moment that my mind and my vibration shifts out of alignment with my highest consciousness, with my Christ self. It is about witnessing where I'm holding worry or anxiety or judgment of someone else or unforgiveness, and purifying all of that on a regular basis if I want to stay in flow and I want to stay in health. Does that make sense? There's a lot to the work, as we know our Reverend Johnny Coleman told us, and it works if you work it. Okay. So we release the belief that says, this is just how I am, people. We release that belief. And we release the story that says, this is as good as it gets. We know we'd rather use Mark Stanton Welch's line, which is, how can it get any better than this? We shift, right? We pivot. We release the habit of speaking only about what's wrong and what hurts and what's missing. And then, only then, can we reimagine? And this is where the power of the spoken word comes in. Jesus said, by your words you shall be justified, and by your words you shall be condemned. Now that sounds really harsh, doesn't it? If we're still thinking about it in the way that we're going to go to a day of judgment, when the roll is called up yonder, and the big black book is sitting there, and God looks at it and says, well, now you said some really terrible things down there. And some of us still have those thoughts. We do, because we were kind of thinking that way. At least I was in my Southern Baptist church. But Eric Butterworth says, and I love this, the day of judgment is not this future courtroom in the sky. It is the law of action. And the next slide. And we're going to say this together. Every day is a day of judgment. And every day is also a day of salvation. Not because God is judging us, but because the law is always responding. And the law is neutral and impersonal. You work the law, it works for you. That is the beauty of this. If I say every time it rains I'm going to get a cold, then when it rains and I get a cold, it's not a punishment. It's showing me alignment, right? It's answering me. It's saying yes to me. Eric Butterworth says, we pay the piper in the body and in our affairs for the words that we speak habitually, especially the ones we speak without thinking, our idle words. Next one. Idle words are not harmless. They are creative instructions. What have I been saying about myself? What have I been saying about my life? What have I been saying about God? About my future? About my bank account? About my everything? What am I saying? And now I want to bring in a very unlikely spiritual teacher, Star Trek. How many Trekkies do we have in the room? Okay. Did you see the slide of me with my outfit that Bill Lay, who is an amazing special effects director, producer, did for me? He put me in a Star Trek outfit with my fingers like this. Okay, and I want to give credit to our very own Steve Polk. Steve, would you stand up for a second? Okay, because Steve shared this idea with me. He did a deep dive into Eric Butterworth's teachings on the law of attraction, and he wrote an amazing narrative all about this particular episode in Star Trek called Shore Leave that many of us have seen. We watched it again last night, and I thought it was so brilliant. I didn't want to read it up here because I didn't want to butcher it, and it's just incredible. So we printed it out, and there are copies in the back, and we're going to put it on the e-letter this Friday, so you can read it because it's really brilliant. Thank you so much, Steve, for sharing this with me because it's perfect. Yeah. I pulled out a few gems from it, so you'll hear some things repeated. In the original Star Trek episode, Shore Leave, Captain Kirk beams the crew down because they are in need of shore leave, like rest and relaxation. And this planet looked like what they remember Earth to look like. It looked like paradise. It looked beautiful. So they all go down, the search party goes down, and everything looks amazing. And then all of a sudden, strange things start to happen. So I think it's Bones, Dr. McCoy, says something about Alice in Wonderland. And then just seconds later, a white rabbit appears and goes running off. And then a little girl, and he's sitting there like, what is happening in my world? He thinks he's hallucinating. And then a bully from Captain Kirk's past shows up, a guy that's still 20 years old, who he knew when he was in academy, right? And a tiger appears out of nowhere, and a warplane materializes. Well, eventually they realize that this planet is reading their minds and manifesting their thoughts. It is an incredible episode to watch. If you want, Gene Roddenberry, I'm telling you, he was so ahead of his time. And quite honestly, I had the pleasure of meeting him. So, oh man, was he a special person and so down to earth and incredible. But he had so much metaphysical wisdom. Okay, now this planet is reading their conscious thoughts, but it's also reading the unconscious thoughts, the fears that are attached to these memories they have, and the resentments and the unresolved issues and the fantasies that they're still holding on to. So whatever is held in mind appears in form. Next slide. And that's the metaphysical truth that Eric Butterworth taught us. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. In Unity, we call this the law of mind action. So your mind is a creative magnet. What you think and feel and believe consistently draws to you people and circumstances, and yes, even white rabbits and tigers, if you're holding them in your mind too long. You know, I want to say something because this morning I had an example of it, and I'm going to embarrass her, but our lovely Susan Hart was at our prayer chaplain meeting a week ago and talked about how she remembered, how she was inspired to go back and get her cello and start playing again. And she said, you know who inspired me to do that? John Clement. And look who's here today. Okay, talk about law of a manifestation. She got him all the way here from Colorado. That's what I want to say. That's how powerful this group is. Truly, truly. I said, oh gosh, I have to share this. So we could say that our thoughts are like a tractor beam. They pull in our reality, not by force, but just by energy. We are these magnetizing little spiraling universes, each one of us. The entire universe resides within us. We are one with God, with the supreme intelligence and divine love in the universe. We can access that even as a human being. We've been given this divine gift. Reverend Eric calls it a spiritual law, this law of attraction, this tractor beam that we have. It's impartial as gravity. You dwell on lack, and more lack beams aboard. You focus on abundance, and welcome to your personal Orion Nebula of Plenty. Those are Steve's words. The planet in Star Trek isn't selecting, it's responding. It's just like a spiritual law. It's a great example. So next one. So why does Kirk keep encountering a man who bullied him years ago? Because that memory is still alive in him. See that funny guy? Look at him. He was such a brat. We watched it last night. He's so taunting. And then there's also someone who is still afraid and he's afraid something's going to attack him, and he's frightened by this. And so, of course, that shows up in his consciousness as well. So there's a key moment when they figure out how this planet works, and at that moment, everything changes. They don't leave. They change their thinking. And then he decides to bring everybody down to the planet because they become mindful, they guard their thoughts, and they imagine joy instead of danger, and it becomes paradise. Next slide. And it looks like this. Dr. McCoy, that's Dr. McCoy's paradise. Okay? This is Spock. We're like, it's hilarious. Oh my gosh. So this is how we can perceive Lent, okay? You're not going to forget this. It's not a punishment. It is a partnership with God or infinite intelligence. God isn't up there with a clipboard judging your menu items. That's not happening. God is saying, your consciousness is my command center. What are we going to create today? I like that. I like that. I think that's a Sherry quote. Okay. Next slide. Lent is an invitation to notice what we've been thinking, to notice what we've been saying, to notice what we've been rehearsing in our consciousness. Reverend Saba reminds us that many of us are not living up to our potential because we haven't let go of our erroneous thoughts or error thinking. It's a better way for me to say it. We can't imagine or reimagine a new future with this old language in our minds. If we keep saying, I'm tired, I'm unworthy, I'm unlucky, I always struggle, wah, 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 right? The law says, or nothing ever works out for me. Now, we don't say that around here. We say, everything is happening for my good, right? We say that. But the law will say to you, as you have spoken, so it is unto you. The universe says, yes. We really have to be aware of what we're asking. We affirm what is spiritually true, even if the facts around us aren't quite there yet. They're still changing. Does that make sense? Okay. Unity teaches that affirmations are not about pretending, they are about aligning with truth. We say, I am whole, I am guided, I am supported, I am loved, I am prosperous, I am healed, whole, and healthy. Thank you, Karen Drucker. Not as wishful thinking, but as spiritual remembrance. Because that is the truth. And that may be the hard step for us as human beings to take. Because we might think that it's wishful thinking. You have to be aware of what the truth is so you can claim it. Reverend Johnny Coleman says, be firm, be bold, be determined. Put your name first and claim your divine inheritance. I, Reverend Sherry Hursey, claim my divine inheritance. Can we all say this right now with our own names? Go. I, Reverend Sherry Hursey, claim my divine inheritance. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, next slide. Eric Butterworth said, the universe is like a cosmic yes machine. It responds to the dominant pattern of our thinking. And Lent becomes a season of spiritual editing. We're editing the thoughts we no longer leave. So what's your shore leave look like? That's the question. Ask yourself, what do I need to delete? What do I need to rewrite? What do I need to stop saying? What story is still appearing in my life because I never released it or let it go? If you notice a cycle, boy, I can say I notice these now. If you notice that the similar scenario comes up over and over and over in your life and you kept trying to say, well, it's not me, it's them. It's not me, it's them. It's not me, it's them. Actually, Rick wrote a song about it. He wrote a song, I think it's called It's Not Me, It's Them, or something like that. Yeah, he played it for me the other day. I said, wow, that's hysterical. But the truth of the matter is, you have to look at it and go, okay, this keeps coming up for me. This is for me, for my highest good. What is for me to take from this and learn from this? It's not about blame. It's not about right and wrong. It's about what you can tap into divine wisdom and intelligence to understand why this is unfolding for you. Where is the seed for you? For me, recently, I have been sort of struggling with some fear around health because I had some trauma in my past around that, right? So I've realized that this is an incredible opportunity for me to master that fear because it is my body, it is my mind, and I can tell it gently and lovingly how to be vital and full of life, just like Myrtle did, right? So everything has its beautiful lesson in it, no matter how it appears to us. The Star Trek crew had to learn that their inner world was shaping their outer world, and so do we. Our relationships are not random. Our circumstances and opportunities are not accidents, and our limitations are not permanent. Did you hear that? Okay. Nothing is permanent. Everything here is changing. They are just reflections of thought patterns that can be released and reimagined. Oh, okay, next slide. This is the good news. The same law that created the problem creates the solution. The same imagination that produced fear can produce faith. The same word that produced lack can produce abundance. The same memory that produced pain can be transformed into wisdom. Agree? Yes. Okay. This is not about blaming, as I said before. It is about reclaiming our authority. Butterworth said that we are not victims of circumstance. We are participants in consciousness, co-creators, divine partners, participating with the divine, with God. So this week, Lent asks us, next question, what am I ready to release? The belief that I'm too old? The belief that I missed my chance? The belief that healing is impossible? The belief that love has passed me by? And, next slide, what am I ready to reimagine? A life of peace, a life of playing the cello, a body of vitality, a relationship of harmony, a future of meaning. We don't do this by fighting against our limited thoughts. We do it by choosing a new one and releasing the old one. Again, Unity teaches, deny the false, affirm the true. Deny the false, affirm the true. Not with force, but with faith. Not with strain, but with consistency. So let's think of our Lenten practice this year as not about giving up bubblegum or ice cream, but maybe giving something new a voice, some energy, some zeal and enthusiasm. Replace, this always happens to me with, I am guided by divine wisdom. Replace, I don't have enough with, there is more than enough life and love available to me. Replace, I'm stuck with, I am becoming. There are ways to tell truth that your mind will accept. You might not be able to say, I am so prosperous, I've got $10 million in my bank, because something in here might not buy that. So choose a true statement that you will actually buy. And just like the crew of the Enterprise, when we understand the law, life becomes a very different experience for us. We may still live in the same world, have the same situations, but we'll live in that world from a new consciousness. That's what we know to be true. The planet didn't change, just the thinking did. And that is the promise of Lent. Not that the world will magically shift, but that we do, right? So I invite you into this holy experiment this week. Notice your words, not with judgment, but with curiosity, and ask, is this thought helping me reimagine, or is it repeating the past? And when you catch yourself in an old, ugly pattern, gently say, I release that. Then affirm something truer. And let's say these affirmations together. Here we go. I am open to new good. I am guided into right action.
I am learning to live from divine imagination. So, beloveds, you are not here by accident. You are not stuck in fate. You are not trapped in old stories. You are a spiritual being with a creative mind and a spiritual divine voice. So, the last slide. Lent is your shore leave for the soul. It is a time to rest from old thoughts, a time to imagine something better, and a time to speak life instead of limitation. That's it. So, in this season of release and reimagining, let your words become your seeds, as we talked about in our meditation. Plant those seeds of hope and life and healing. And remember that what you hold in mind, you speak in faith, you are helping to create. And I love you so much, and so it is.
Now I know what song you were talking about. It must be you. It's not me. Must be you. Not picking up what I'm putting out there. That's it. That's right. Now it'd probably be, it must be me. I'd change it. I gotta rewrite that song. I'm not gonna ask you to listen to me. I'm not trying to tell you now who you should be. I'm just delirious from losing my sleep. And in all of those hours that I lay awake, staring at something that gets in the way, I see a reason for all our mistakes and how everything changed. We all got used to the hit and run. You never want to face the damage we've done. You can bury all your bones, but they're gonna follow you home. So if you're gonna open your mouth, say something beautiful. What you put out will always come back to you. Every word counts. Say something beautiful. If you're gonna open your doors, be open to anyone. What's it all for? If you can't love everyone, mean every word, and say something beautiful. Say something beautiful. Everyone everywhere wants to be first. Just 'cause we scream doesn't mean we'll be heard. We'd all play our part, we're all so unrehearsed. Will anything change? We all got used to the hit and run. Never wanna face the damage we've done. You can bury all your bones, they're gonna follow you home. So if you're gonna open your mouth, say something beautiful. What you put out will always come back to you. Word counts, so say something beautiful. If you're gonna open your door, open to anyone. What's it all for? If you can't love everyone, mean every word, say something beautiful. 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 We all got used to the hit and run. Never wanna face the damage we've done. You can bury all your bones, but they're gonna follow you home. So if you're gonna open your mouth, say something beautiful. What you put out will always come back to you. Every word counts. Say something beautiful. If you're gonna open your door, lay open to anyone. What's it all for? If you can love everyone, mean every word, then say something beautiful. If you're gonna open your mouth, say something beautiful. What you put out will always come back to you. Every word counts. So say something beautiful. Say something beautiful.
Done this microphone yet. So should I say something beautiful? Okay. Well, that was truly, truly beautiful, all of you. Rick, holy cow. I could go listen to that 12 more times today. And Reverend Sherry, thank you so much. You're always simply beautiful in everything you share with us. And Steve Polk, I don't know you very well, but you are very beautiful. I had the privilege of reading what you wrote Friday night, and so if anyone is curious, please, it's pretty amazing. All right, so hi, I am Nicole, your board member on duty today. Here is our mission, if you will please read it with me. Unity of the Oaks is a loving, accepting, heart-centered spiritual community here to be love in action, to encourage personal growth, awaken spiritual curiosity, and transform lives. If you would like to bless us with a love offering, we have several ways for you to give. In the seat in front of you are envelopes for cash or check. Please make sure to include your name if you'd like a record for your donation. You'll also find our text to give information there as well, and at any time you can visit our website to give. If you've given electronically, Donna's coming around now with the baskets. Thank you, Donna. Please bless the basket and then pass it along. All right, now let's take a moment to focus our attention on our giving heart. As we feel the abundance of receiving, we visualize the mission statement coming to life. Now please join me in the love offering blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful, everybody, for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. It's true.
All right. And we are most grateful for all of your contributions to our community as we grow it with lots of events and classes, which is what I'm personally grateful for. Betsy is now going to tell you about next.
Well, so beautiful, all of you. You're all beautiful, and it's wonderful to be here. And Rick,
Thank you. Thank you.
John, wow. You bring it, and you bring it every week. Every week. Just bring it over the top. Give us God.
Right on the mic.
Today is another busy day at Unity of the Oaks, and I'm going to ask Sonia K. Blake to come up and give us a little information about her workshop.
Yeah. Thank you, Betsy.
Thank you. And the musicians, amazing. And Reverend Sherry, thank you so much. And Summer for inviting me here. I am looking out at this beautiful congregation and I see unity, not just in name, but indeed the way I was welcomed this morning. Thank you. And in spirit, right? Unity is a big deal within our spiritual community. And I wrote a poem about unity, which was I was inspired to write among other poems I was inspired to write. And I want to encourage you to join me and listen to what Spirit's whispering to you and through you so that you will be writing that will encourage the community and bring more light and freedom to the world. This is a poem called Seeing Unity Today, and I hope it will inspire you. My only aim today remains the same as every day, to see my every circumstance as gifted, come what may, to reckon other pilgrims as important as myself, considering the land not mine but owned unto itself, to thank the Lord for food today, receiving it with joy, surrendering the urge to grip what soon will be destroyed. Everything is mine and yours, while nothing is as well. Everyone and thing on earth share one common death knell. Genuine enlightenment can be accessed equally. Boundless joy available and true affinity. Realizing unity in everything I see breaks the chains of limitation, sets the captive free. I thank you for that, and I invite you to join me and many others who have signed up for our Write What Spirit Whispers poetry workshop next Sunday, March 8th at noon to 2 p.m. And I encourage you to be in the room. Don't let anything stop you. There's no cost to attend. A love offering suggested if you choose to. You can give as little or as much as you want. But the key is to be in the room when God is talking and to write down what Spirit's whispering to you. I want to give you, if you're not able to attend, it's okay. I have a gift for you. Come see me and I'll give you a bookmark so that you can put it in your favorite book. And there's a poem on here to hopefully make your life more poetic every day. Hope to see you soon. I think I covered all the bases. Thank you so much.
Wow. Beautiful spirit. Thank you. I'm going to that class. It's my birthday, and I'm going to that class after church because that's something a really good way to spend that. Will Dougherty and Rev Sherry, Hursey, and Rick Cowling are leading meditation this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. All are welcome to join in person, or if you can't, tune in online Facebook live stream. It's really awesome. April Jules is facilitating another sound bowl healing on Friday, March 13th at 6:30 p.m. Please sign up in the back if you're planning to attend so we can get a head count. Join book group on March 15th after service and discuss the book Proof of Heaven by Dr. Eben Alexander, a neurosurgeon who tells his fascinating journey in the afterlife. Our service outreach team is inviting you to participate in a local food drive for Mana Conejo Valley Food Bank. You can bring your food donations to UOTO and drop them off at the back of the room. And there's a table designated for that. And there's a list of what foods are needed. And for those of you who can't make it here this month at all, there is online donations as well. You can do a monetary gift also. This information can be found in our e-letter, and all are welcome to read that. And now, Reverend Sherry.
Thank you, Betsy. Well, guess what? It's birthday Sunday. Okay, let's go through these. Karen, Lucy, and Betsy. Oh my gosh. Stacy. Hi, Stacy. Sharon, Susan, Twyla, Scott, Becky, and April. We'll see April actually soon. So let's sing a quick happy birthday to our March birthdays. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, March birthdays. Happy birthday to you. And if you have a birthday in March and we don't know about it, please tell Summer so we can and Donna so we can update that. Want to remind you that there are printouts of Steve's narrative and his story in the back. And we want to say, Leslie Corby, welcome to the UOTO board. Would you stand up and let us just say, it was a unanimous vote to welcome her in. I know, she doesn't like the attention. She's going to have to deal with me. I want to thank you all who attended the Law of Attraction night. Nicole, gosh, coming through all that traffic, it was a crazy night. But it was really fun, and we really did have a lot of fun. We read Steve's paper. It was really great. And everyone from membership class. And that is it, I get to say. Let's do our song and our prayer and have some fellowship. Love you all.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Woohoo! Yes.